Hey, Chuck here, Corner Store Car Collector, back with another video. Well, the day has finally come to do my card room tour. So I'm going to show you how my card room is set up and kind of give you an idea of what my work environment's like when I'm sorting cards or looking for cards to grade, whatever. This is my card room. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll start from the entrance and I'll go around the room. All right, so just hang on a second. All right, so this is the entrance to the room. As you can see, the door with my Bills placard on it. If you look down here on the ground, I got my little Bills door stopper. Yep, so I put that against my door when my dogs come running up into my room here. So, okay, so we're going to start from the corner here. Okay, this is my football binder shelf. I have all my football binders from 1955 all the way through to, I don't know, 2015 or so. And then down here there's some mixture of baseball and some hockey and maybe some basketball down underneath here. I also have another binder, rack of binders right here. I think they're mainly basketball here. I don't have my baseball one set up yet. I have 3 of these shelves. Obviously they don't fit in this room. They did in my California card room, but when I was living in California, but I'm going to place these somewhere else in the house and set them up the way I wanted them. But I do have 3 of these. I made these shelves myself specifically for my binders. So you look up top here, got me a little Tijuana treasure, bought that in Mexico, I don't know, a few years back. Got a nice Barry Bonds play action over here. As we scan down over here, nice Dick Butkus signed photo below that. A nice Roberto Clemente. My little TV setup. Got my Nintendo 64, my PS3. Up on this rack up here, got a bunch of cool little knick-knack stuff. Little tiny things. Nice little USA basketball team limited plate. Mark McGuire bobblehead. San Diego Chargers bobblehead. My 2 favorite quarterbacks of the 80s, Dan Marino against Jim Kelly. Sammy Ball. I think that's Avon. A buddy of mine gave me that as a gift. And just a couple of little old knickknacks here. Got a collection of hats going on here. Chicago Cubs being my favorite baseball team, and then just a bunch of Bill stuff. I do have a poster behind my display case here. Okay, on top of my display case, there's my lovely wife. A lot of cool, neat stuff here. And then inside the display case, well, before I show you what's in it, so if you look up here, this was the high school that I worked at when I was in California. And during COVID, I found them in the trash, because the school teachers were allowed to go back and forth to the school to do certain things. I saw them in the trash because they were redoing our building. I asked the maintenance people if I could take them, and they said, sure, take them. They were complete. So when I moved here to Texas, I put everything together, and they came out beautiful. So on the top shelf, as you can see, there's probably 20 or so signed helmets up there of different players. At some point, maybe I'll individually go through them. Nice Terry Bradshaw, Jerry Rice. But yeah, maybe at some point, Joe Montana right there. Maybe I'll go through Thurman Thomas individually and show you. Because some of them have multiple signatures on them. Some of them I got from the Pro Bowl way back in the, I don't know, probably 20 years ago or so. The next shelf down, a bunch of signed footballs. There's a Cornelius Bennett. Another signed helmet, Joe Theismann. Tiki Barber. There's a James Lofton. Got me a nice Michael Jordan mini basketball. There's an Emmitt Smith in the back there. So yeah, that's my football shelf. Below that, I have some basketballs. There's Grant Hill, Alonzo Mourning. Don't remember who that one was. And then Oscar Robinson. Below that, a bunch of signed baseballs. Hank Aaron, Warren Spahn, Nolan Ryan in the back, Monte Irvin, Mark Grace. And I also have a bunch of them over this way too. All signed baseballs. And then this bottom shelf is nothing but just a hodgepodge of stuff that I've gotten down here. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with it yet. Some bobbleheads, some helmets, some mugs. This little liquor bottle, I got this at an antique store. That's pretty cool. It's from like 1942. I think the jug is from like the 70s, but it predicts the umpires or something. Something happened in 42 that they were representing on that mug there. Got a nice little dual figurine set of Joe Namath and Johnny Unitas. Another Tijuana treasure. Got that in Mexico at some point. A nice little Bills truck there. This one I picked up at an antique store. Looks like it was made around the 50s. I mean, it's Sammy Baugh and some other players from the 40s and 50s in there. It's pretty old. So I picked it up and, I don't know, I'm going to put it on the wall or something. Okay, so moving on. Here I just got a bunch of framed photos. I don't have room on my walls for them, so I'm going to, I don't know, strategically try to, I don't know, replace them. Take ones down, put new ones up. This one I want to get reframed. My Ernie Banks. It's in an older frame. Alright, so that's that. Moving along, I'll show you the view that I have. So this is what I look at every day. Well, at least when it's light out. I am in a rural area, so there's a lot of countryside out there. I can see the cows in the field across the street. And this is where I do most of my videos and search for cards, sort cards, watch TV, that kind of stuff. So this is my desk area. I do have a Bills train set that I bought through a Danbury Mint, I believe. I think I'm going to put a rail up there and put the train on, I don't know, a board, like a 1x12 or something, and put it up there and put the rails up and then put the train on. I think it'll look pretty cool up there. Okay, so moving on, here's another sorting table. This table I use to sort cards here. I also use this table to sort cards. This is an awesome light right here. This is a times 30 magnifier. So when I'm doing cards for my PSA submissions, it is a great, great tool to have. It blows the cards up so big you can't miss anything. If you do, you aren't looking very closely. But this is a great asset to have when you're looking for cards to send in to get graded. My little air conditioner, and I got a bunch of books down here. I got a nice Tiger Woods scorecard from the 2007 PGA Championship. I have a authentic signature by Charles Lindbergh, one of the signers that raising the flag on the Iwo Jima. That's pretty neat to have. Moving on to this wall, got me a Buffalo Sabres pennant, a nice framed Dan Marino jersey on the wall. Got this little Hobby Lobby special here, made in America, how the uniforms over the years have progressed. One of my favorite pieces is this shadow boxed baseball glove from the early 1900s. Love that piece. Another great piece that I have here, I'm kind of upset about it. My Pete Rose signature has been fading over the years. I try to keep it out of the sun, but it does say Pete Rose and then Hit King on it. So that's a neat piece to have. Going up here, I have a signed photo by Mickey Mantle and Stan Musial. I don't know if you can see the signatures. Yep. Grant Hill. Got a nice signed photo of Willie Mays. And then over on this side here, I got a signed photo. They're actually cuts of Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump. One of my favorite pieces. And then this is the second display case that I've gotten from the school that I used to work at. This one was also in the trash. It was donated by the class of 2005, I think. And everything is complete. I threw it in the back of my truck, brought it home, packed it up, brought it out to Texas, cleaned it up, put it together, and boom. Looks really nice. There's a full-size helmet signed by Shady McCoy. There's a helmet signed by, full-size helmet by Jerry Rice. Nice little Josh Allen figurine. Another Tijuana special. Picked that up in Mexico. Sometime I was in Mexico. A couple of signed hockey pucks. I got this from my mother. This is an ashtray from the 1960s. This was the 1964 AFL Championship. Buffalo Bills got their schedule on there. Wins, loss. So that's pretty cool. And then down here, I haven't really finished this side of it yet. I do have a Ray Berry signed basketball here. And I have a 1984 Houston Gamblers team autographed ball. Not in very good shape. It's cracked over the years, but it does have Jim Kelly's autograph on it and some of the other, or actually the entire team's on there. I don't remember who actually went to the NFL when they folded, but... And then one thing I forgot is on this side here, I got a couple of signed hockey sticks. There's a couple of signed bats back there. Stan Musial and I think Wade Boggs. Photos and things like that still rolled up. Okay, moving on to this wall. Signed photo of Thurman Thomas. Got a nice piece here by Willie Mays' signature. Nice Ryan Miller. So this is the backdrop that you see when I shoot my videos. But there's two signatures on here. On the right side, it's Ryan Miller's signature. On the left, bottom left, is the artist who drew the lithograph. Beautiful piece of Joe DiMaggio. Got a nice little Yankees piece here. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. And it looks like Rizzo. Another Ryan Miller down here. Got a nice Bills autograph here. O.J. Simpson. This is from probably a game in the early to mid-70s. You got Paul Seymour up here, and you got Joe DeLaudelaire, Hall of Famer here. Up top here, you got two Hall of Fame players and coach here. Andre Reed on the left, Marv Levy on the right. There's another signed Ryan Miller. That autograph is fading also. And then just my little noun football. Got that at the Hobby Lobby too, by the way. So yeah, anyway, that's my room. And yeah, I continue to upgrade it whenever I get a chance. You know, I just add things, remove things, switch things around. That's the display case as a full. Pretty. Oh, I don't know how I missed this right here. So I know Mike, baseball collector, has his ginormous card holder. I found one of these at an antique mall, and they hold about, I think there's 65 cards per drawer, and I got 12 drawers. So it holds almost 700 cards. You know, they're full. I mainly have all my football cards in here. And then I keep all my baseball, basketball, and hockey down in these carry bags here. My 1978 Topps football graded set is in these white boxes down here. Have a bunch of boxes underneath my table I still need to go through. A lot of that stuff I haven't seen in many, many years, so I'm still constantly digging through that stuff, looking for gems to pull out and send to PSA to get graded. On the other side of that door, so this is the Jack and Jill bedroom, so there's a bathroom and a shower area and stuff, and then there's a walk-in closet. It's a mess right now, so I'm not going to go through there. I'll show you at a different date. But I have all my cards stored in the walk-in closet. I got a lot of stuff in there too, but it's a mess. So I'll just wait till next time. All right, so that's my room. I hope you liked the video. If you like what you saw in my room, just give me a like. If you like my videos, give me subscribe to my channel. And hey, we'll see you on the next video. All right, bye.